My name is Cassie and I'm the founder of Fatco, where we use these guys to make this stuff. Let me explain. At Fatco, we specialize in making natural and organic skin and body care products, many of which contain tallow. It's nutrient dense and healing. It's extremely high in vitamins A, D, K, and E, all super important for skin health. It's natural, it's healthy, and it's sustainable.
People are saying, oh yeah, when you're finals MVP, you are now the best player on the planet. To me, that makes no sense whatsoever. I don't care if it's a week, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? LeBron James. That's who y'all gotta start appreciating. And you gotta stop disrespecting this man.
Took a sabbatical like I'm Kyrie Irving, and now your boy is back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Prideful Takes podcast. It is your boy Pride, the ugliest motherfucker on the internet. We have a packed show. Obviously, we're gonna have to do a little bit of catch up. Baker Mayfield on the move. Talk about that. And Kevin Durant. Is it possible that the Brooklyn Nets will hold on to him? I'll give you my two thoughts in a minute. But first, the MLB All-Star Game roster has been dropped. Some people are screaming snub. Gonna read off the entire roster before we get into it. For the American League starters, for catcher, Alejandro Kirk from the Blue Jays. For first base, it's gonna be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. from the Blue Jays. Second base, Jose Altuve from the Astros. Third base, Rafael Devers from the Boston Red Sox. At shortstop, it's going to be Tim Anderson from the White Sox. From the outfield, from left to right, it's going to be Aaron Judge from the Yankees, Mike Trout from the Angels, and Giancarlo Stanton from the Yankees. And DHing will be Shohei Ohtani from the Angels. The American League reserves go as Jose Trevino as catcher for the Yankees. The infield American reserves are going to be Luis Arias, Xander Bogaerts, Jose Ramirez, and Andres Jimenez. Outfielders will be George Springer, Byron Buxton, Andrew Benintendi, Kyle Tucker, Julio Rodriguez, and DHing will be Jordan Alvarez, and the legacy spot is going to Miguel Cabrera. For the National League, catcher is going to be Wilson Contreras from the Cubs. First base, Paul Goldschmidt. Second base, Jazz Chisholm. Third base, Manny Machado's. Shortstop is going to be Trey Turner. Outfield from left to right, Ronald Acuna, Mookie Betts, and Jock Peterson. And DHing will be Bryce Harper. The National League reserves, Travis d'Arnaud, Nolan Arenado, Pete Alonso, Jeff McNeil, CJ Cronin, Dansby Swanson. And the outfielders, their reserves are going to be Kyle Schwarber, Juan Soto, Sterling Marte, and Happ. DHing will be William Contreras, and the legacy spot goes to Albert Pujols. First and foremost, the first time brothers will be on the same team in an All-Star game, with both William Contreras and Wilson Contreras. So, some good vibes there. Good vibes indeed. Anthony Price says, Orioles on an 8-game win streak. We want the smoke. Listen, I'll be honest. I did not have any expectations for the Orioles. I'm not even going to lie. I'm be 100% honest. I'm being honest. And right now, you guys are playing pretty solid. The vibes you guys are giving is you guys are just going out there and you're playing no matter what. On your 8-game win streak, you guys have beaten the Twins, which, let's be fair here, the Twins are leading their division. I'll give you guys some props. I'll be nice. I ain't going to clown on the Orioles or make jokes because, again, very impressive. Now, a lot of people believe that some people were snubbed, one of them being Carlos Rodon, Through 17 starts, to 2.7 ERA, not bad. 106 whip and 122 strikeouts against 32 walks and 100 innings pitched. I think the problem with Carlos, it's only one, and it really comes down to his record. He's 8-5, which I think a lot of people, especially when you're a pitcher in the All-Star game, your record is one of the first things they look at. And for some people, the record doesn't matter. And for other people, it's way too heavily. I think Carlos Rodon, he's one of those guys that unfortunately has taken the backlash because he's 8-5. I think if he's 10-3, he makes it no debate. Maybe even 9-4. But I genuinely feel like the fact that he's 8-5 is honestly the only reason people are really holding him out, because he meets all the criteria. He meets all the criteria. Shoot, he meets all the criteria to be the starting pitcher. He really does. But unfortunately, Damien says, "What's up? What up, my boy?" Yuki says, "Welcome back. I appreciate it. Your boy's back. Call me Kyrie Irving. Nothing but sabbaticals is what I take." And yes, Rip Heinz Field. It began with an A. The Steelers' new their new stadium. It began with an A. Ah, here it is. Okay. All right. Let's see. Acrisure. Yeah, Acrisure. There it is. Acrisure Stadium. Jeez. Wow. And it's crazy because after 10 years, starting this season, it's going to be 15 years. It's on a 15-year deal for it to be Acrisure. And yes, it's a top 10. From what I understand, it's like a top 10. Where are they? Hold on. Yeah, it's an insurance broker. It's a top 10 global insurance broker, and it has grown its revenue to more than $3.8 billion in just 8 years. What a time to be alive. It's tough. That's tough. Heinz. Lulz. One other name I want to throw out there that people believe was snubbed. Freddie Freeman. That's something a lot of people believed. I believe JD Martinez was a snub. I don't care what anybody says. And Xander Bogaerts should not be a reserve. A lot of people threw up Anthony Rizzo, and they were like, "Oh yeah, what about Rizzo?" But a low batting average like he got this year, I think that's going to make you look at him a little funny, especially considering when it comes to the All-Star game. That's where it gets a little nitpicky. That's when people start nitpicking and all that stuff. So I think when you start looking at him, Anthony Rizzo, gonna have to, have a little bit of some people are gonna look at him a little funny. Yuki says apparently the reason why they changed is because Heinz didn't renew the contract. Nah, they wanted to do, if I understand this correctly, somebody fact check me and make sure I'm not lying, but they wanted to do a 15-year deal, the same deal that they gave Acrisure. That's what they wanted to do with Heinz, and I guess Heinz didn't want to do a 15-year deal. I don't know. Thank God I'm not a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. What a time to be alive. What a time indeed. Speaking of what a time to be alive, my boy Baker. The Browns finally was like, we're done with the games, and have freed Baker Mayfield. They sent Baker Mayfield to the Carolina Panthers. And in return, if I am mistaken, I believe, let me double check here. Yep, it was a 2024 fifth-round pick that, if certain conditions are met, can turn to a fourth-rounder. The Browns will face the Panthers week 1. It's my boy right there, Baker Mayfield. So inspirational. So inspirational. What should be the expectations? Well, here's the thing. And I don't want to be rude, but I feel bad for Baker because he's now in a situation where with the Panthers, they have no offensive line. Their defense, right? And then what do they have offensively? Robbie Anderson's your number one. Good luck. Like, good luck. If I'm Baker, I just ride it out for the rest. I focus on being healthy. That's all I do. And listen, I don't like the fit in Carolina. I don't like the fit at all. And the reason why I don't like the fit personally is because at the end of the day, they put him in a situation where he has nothing. He doesn't really have much there. I mean, the best piece he probably is going to have is what? Christian McCaffrey, who now needs to start having limited touches. It's like, think about it. You got that. You got Robbie Anderson, who's like there's too many. He went to an organization that doesn't even know what the hell they want to do. It's sad to say that. Really is sad. I just says why not? And another reason too, Andre, or why Baker going to the Panthers is bad. Someone said, okay, so you said CMC, Anderson, Robbie Anderson, and Elijah. Okay, so for Christian McCaffrey, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what's gonna happen with Christian McCaffrey because I think they're gonna start limiting his touches because the dude is just constantly getting hurt. So you're gonna have a CMC that's gonna have to limit touches. That you have to limit his touches, and if you don't limit his touches, he's gonna get hurt. You got a Robbie Anderson, who again, if that's your number one receiver, you're not gonna see a 500 season. Period. You're not. He's not our number one receiver. And DJ Moore is the in my opinion the I don't even want to say it's truly a problem when we're referring to DJ Moore, but he's coming off a season where like he got hurt. Do you really want to force it on him to be that guy? I don't know. And remember, a lot of the times where DJ Moore was really successful is when he basically has the number 2 or number 3 corner on him. He's not going against the Jair Alexanders of the world, the Jalen Ramsey of the world. He's not going up against those guys. He's not. So for me, it's like, and I mean, he's only 24, right? Or 24 going on 25. So, give him a few more years and then, he'll be all right perhaps. But as of right now, I don't know, man. I'm not liking it. Yuki says, Damien, it was a smart move because if I was Bick, I would ask for a trade regardless. And then Damien says, under the response for what Yuki is saying, Damien says, honestly, the difference between Darnold and Mayfield, it was a stupid move for the Panthers. Well, not really. Not really. Because only give up a 5th round pick that could be a 4th. The Panthers suck when it comes to finding talent like that. So it's not that we're really going to do anything with that. And I don't think it's stupid. Baker, in my opinion, Baker Mayfield is better than Sam Darnold. The only reason why Sam Darnold is going to have the advantage when it comes to the quarterback duel is because Sam Darnold was there last year. That's it. So there is a difference. There's a huge difference between Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. There is a difference. So I'm not going to go out there and say it was stupid. And again, a 5th round pick that could turn to a 4th. Are you really giving up that much? Are you? Me personally, I don't think so. Hugo says, so guess what, Pride? We're expected to trade Jimmy D for some dumbass reason. Who the hell wants him? The Colts, Steelers, Panthers, Browns, Saints, Falcons, already got QB, even the Commanders. Which is why I was very confused with the Niners. They wanted to trade Jimmy G, and then they let everyone else kind of fill up. So now they're kind of forcing themselves to rock with Jimmy G. It's weird. If you're gonna tell a guy we don't want you, we're gonna trade you, then trade him, cut him, do something. Do something. They're handling it all weird. If Baker don't win the starting job, his career is over. I gotta think on that one. I don't think so. Okay, let me put it to you this way. I don't think it's over. I'm not gonna say over, but I do believe it'll be on life support. I do think people are gonna start. If he doesn't win the starting job next year, not this upcoming, like next year when he's a free agent, we're gonna be looking at him the way we looked at Sam Darnold last year, where the first, like, when you get to your new spot, this is it for you, and you better figure it out. If Baker does not win the starting job, you could consider his career running on borrowed time. You could consider that. You really could. Andre says, why are people so mad at Josh saying he would have cooked MJ? Because I'm going to tell you why. It's because everyone wants to paint this myth that MJ was unbreakable, undeniable, unstoppable. So anytime anyone says, oh, yeah, I'd cook MJ, you got the, oh, well, back in my day, we ain't do no threes. We did these gritty shots from the free throw line. Old heads coming out the woodworks talking about, oh, he wouldn't be able to beat him. I don't know. Could he? I don't know. I don't know if he could have. Shout out to him for being bold and brave. Shout out to him being brave. Could Ja do it? I don't know. But he's brave enough to say it and mean it. Ever since the Grizzlies lost, and haven't y'all noticed something? Ever since the Grizzlies lost to the Warriors, Ja has been going bugging on Twitter, bro. If anyone is bored, anyone out there, if you're bored, follow Ja Morant on Twitter and then just wait. Just wait. Just wait. My guy gonna be saying stuff like crazy. Damien says, y'all smoking if y'all think Baker is better than Sam. They both can't stay healthy and they both childish assholes. Bro, you saying that shows you don't know what you're talking about. Sam Darnold has done nothing to prove he's a childish asshole. Sam Darnold has never done anything like that. The worst mistake Sam Darnold made was being drafted by the Jets. And that's not even his fault. So how can you sit here and say that they're both childish assholes? If you want to say it about Baker, okay, some of the stuff he's done, you could make that argument. You could. Sam Darnold, now you reaching, bro. Now you reaching. Damn, all these people playing up. And again, this is coming from, I'm a Sam Darnold guy. But at this point, Sam Darnold's a laughingstock. He's a joke. He's a joke at this point. And this coming from a Sam Darnold. I used to like Sam Darnold, and I used to ride with him deep. He ain't that dude no more. Anybody says John's crazy. He can't beat MJ. He can't pass Kobe or AI. I'll be honest with y'all. I think John Morant could pass AI. I think it's possible. I think that's a possibility. Because you got to remember, y'all saying Ja is the second coming of D Rose. And some people, when he won an MVP, would say D Rose was better than AI. So if we're going to do simple mathematics, I'm just saying it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Now, I'm not going to say I ain't bet my money on it, though. I ain't bet my money on it. Yuki says, Pride, do you agree that Jimmy G is better than Baker? Because I look at the career stats and Jimmy G has more wins than Baker. He has more wins, but I will say this. If you put Baker in San Francisco and you put Jimmy G in the Browns, Baker's going to get more wins. The Niners have always been just a more well-rounded team. And a team with better coaching. I'm not going to sit here and say Jimmy G's better. And honestly, the main reason why I'm not going to say Jimmy G's better is honestly because Jimmy G, if he doesn't have the coach telling him exactly what to do, when to do it, he looks like a deer in headlights. Baker can improvise. You give Baker Mayfield that 49, especially when y'all went to the Super Bowl. Give Baker that defense. I promise you we have a different discussion. I promise you we have a whole different Whole different discussion. Niners defense. Yeah, bro, that defense is bugging. It's bugging. Damien said, Pride, did you forget Sam said a few weeks ago that he was starting QB and that he has proven it? That doesn't tell you he's a childish asshole. I don't know what to tell you. How? In what world does him saying I'm a starting quarterback and what I have done proves it? In what world does that? Can you now grab that and correlate that with quote calling him a childish asshole? How? I need you to explain to me the connection. Explain to me the connection. I'll wait. I'll be here waiting because there's no connection you can make. If a guy comes out and says, "Yep, I'm a starting quarterback and I proved it," how can you call him a childish asshole? How? I'll wait. I'm gonna wait for the correlation. AP says I'm confused. I'm confused too, man. I got a headache. I need to go home. Okay, I'm drunk right now. Yuki, I heard about Zach Wilson. Okay, so for y'all, for those who didn't know, Zach Wilson. If now this is true, I was talking to one of my friends earlier, and I mean this. If this is true, if Zach Wilson needs to be inducted into the Hall of Fame already, and I don't care what he does for the rest of his career. Zach Wilson and his girlfriend broke up. She then went and started dating his best friend. So Zach Wilson, what does he do? He then starts smashing his friend's mother. If that's not Canton worthy, then we need to tear it down. We need to tear it down. Audrey says Jimmy G is better than Baker to me, though. I mean, me personally, he's not. In my opinion, he's not. I get why y'all would say he is, though. I get it. I get why y'all would feel that way. But in my opinion, I don't think he is. Okay, so this is what Damien did. Because he hasn't proved a damn thing. How can he say he proved it if he hasn't done anything that screams out starting QB? Okay, so let's pretend you're right. All right? Let's pretend that you're right. Let's pretend you got a point. Let us pretend that you know what you're talking about. Okay? How does that make him an asshole? By the way, we got a whole bunch of Zach is the GOAT. Wilson is a menace for that one. Zach Wilson did something I thought Jimmy G would do. Like, Zach Wilson a problem. Andre says, bro, Baker came looking at the QB room in Carolina. Donald is 100% starter. Well, here's the thing. I don't think Darnold gets the starting job. I think he goes to Baker. But I do think that Darnold he has the advantage solely because he was there last year and he kind of knows the offense a little better. That being said, I think Sam Darnold's years are done. It pains me to say that. I hope I'm wrong. I really am. No lie. I hope I'm wrong. And then you made a solid point. That QB room is 100% terrible. Final topic of the day. KD, is he really going to leave Brooklyn? There are some things we need to remember. There are some things we need to remind ourselves and to talk about. For those of y'all who don't know, my guy KD said, you know what? I don't want to be in Brooklyn no more. He wants to dip. Now, some people have been going crazy and go, oh my God, that means we're going to get him. We got him. Yay. Like, some people genuinely believe that they already have Kevin Durant. Whether or not it's true or not, I got people making shows, and while they make the shows, they title it Kevin Durant Kevin Durant traded to the Suns. Trying to clickbait it. Let me remind people of a few facts of this entire situation and why KD even getting traded is very difficult. So first and foremost, let me just throw this out there. I don't think Kevin Durant is leaving. I think he's going to be a net at least for 2 more years. And let me explain why. The reason why I explain it is reason number one. This is some of the stuff we all need to be reminded of. Kevin Durant signed a 4-year deal that has yet to start. I'm seeing some of these people who can't even spell their own names look at me with a straight face talking about, yeah, it's the same way how AD forced his way out of the Pelicans. That is not even close to the same, because when AD did it, he was on a walkout year. So they needed, like, the Pelicans needed to get something for him. Because after that year, he was going to walk anyway. Same thing with Kawhi Leonard when he got traded up to Toronto. Same thing with Kawhi Leonard. When the Spurs traded him, it was a walk year. Wait a minute. You're telling me Kevin Durant has not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. I am Booker T -1. 4 years left on his contract. He's under contract until 2026. I've had people look me in my face talking about Kevin Durant has leverage. Huh? Just because he's tall don't mean that he got leverage. What? Kevin Durant has no leverage. He can scream, hoot, holler, and say, I want to get traded till he's blue in the face. It doesn't matter. Because right now the Brooklyn Nets have all of the power, which kind of segues into part 2. And Andre kind of touched on it. Nets smoking that pack. They want everything for KD. The amount of stuff that they want for Kevin Durant. They want players and picks. The best way it reminds me of when Melo wanted to go to New York and Denver sent him. And when Melo got there, there was hardly anything there. Moved to a beautiful house, beautiful mansion, had 15 rooms, 7.5 bathrooms for some reason, right? It had a 10-car garage. Matter of fact, it was like a GTA 5 online house, bro. He had it all. Opened the cupboards, there was no food. Pipes was missing. The tub grew legs and walked out. The Nets are gutting wherever he wants to go. And teams are like, hold on, time out. I'm not going to gut myself, get KD, and then I'm going to have to go through a few years of us basically reshaping this team. And then by the time we do it, we only got KD for probably a year or two. And while we're trying to restructure our team, KD, it's a possibility that KD is going to want out again. I already said it. Nobody wants Kevin Durant for that price right now. No. No one's going to want him for that price. The price that the Brooklyn Nets are setting, that's up here, not a lot of teams are willing to pay that price. It's really not. Reason number 3. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's called the designated rookie rule. I'm going to read an actual excerpt from the CBA. The designated rookie rule allows teams to sign players coming off of rookie contracts to a 5-year extension rather than a 4. A team can designate up to 2 rookies for such contract, but there's a caveat. Only one of them can be acquired by trade. Ben Simmons, himself on a 5-year designated rookie deal signed with the Philadelphia 76ers, already occupies one of those slots for the Nets. Therefore, if the Nets keep Simmons, they cannot acquire another designated rookie player in a trade for Durant. So basically, this is what you got. This is what you got to worry about. Ben Simmons being on that team takes these 13 players off the board for any trade for Kevin Durant. Luka Doncic, Trae Young, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, Jason Tatum, Karl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Andrew Wiggins, and Joel Embiid. Pretty heavy names, huh? Damien says if the Nets want to trade a good trade for KD, they should trade him back to the Warriors. It would help both teams. It will help both teams out. KD will win a ring. Nets will get good players, and Golden State can relieve some salary cap. They're not relieving some salary cap, bro. Have you seen Kevin Durant's contract? They ain't really relieving much. And by the way, the rule is called the designated rookie rule. That's what it's called. And Gregory says it sounds complicated, but it's just because a lot of teams are basically just stacking up with rookies and stuff like that. So they just kind of wanted to stop that. So again, with guys like, if they have Ben Simmons, who's basically on this designated rookie, he's involved in that rule. Unfortunately, And then here's the third reason, or the fourth reason why I genuinely believe that Kevin Durant is going to end up staying. So let me just recap the reasons. So just in case someone who didn't know. Okay. So number one, the Nets don't. One of the reasons why I think so is because the Nets don't have to trade Kevin Durant. They have him for 4 more years, and they have all the leverage in the world. They're not in a situation where he can just walk away and leave them in ruins. He's under contract for 4 years, so they got the leverage. Okay. 2, the amount that the Nets are asking for, no one is going to want to pay. They're asking for so much, so much, that it would be almost impossible for a team to give Brooklyn what they want and to still have a viable contender and viable pieces to build around Durant. 3, because of the designated rookie rule. So unless they get rid of Ben Simmons, a lot of the players that they would want, they wouldn't be able to go. They wouldn't be able to go there. So, for instance, all these KD to the Celtics, and having a trade package around Jason Tatum, not going to work, because you still got to go get rid of Ben Simmons. The Phoenix Suns talk about, build around Devin Booker, not going to work. If Denver wants to get in and they want to try to package something with Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray, can't, because Ben Simmons is still on your roster. So that's 3. Here's number 4. And I think, honestly, number 4 is probably the most telling, in my opinion. There are a lot of rumors that teams question whether or not Kevin Durant truly cares about basketball anymore, which is kind of damaging his stock. A lot of people are questioning whether or not basketball is something Kevin Durant truly worries about. Once you got people questioning your love of the game, you're in a weird spot. Andre goes, where do you think Ayton goes? It's been heavily reported since like months, especially the heavy reporting after Phoenix lost in the playoffs. The 2 teams that's been heavily linked is the Pistons and the Pacers. Pistons kind of fell off because what they wanted to do, they wanted to bring both Miles Bridges and DeAndre Ayton in there and kind of pair them up with Cade Cunningham. Now it seems more like Detroit kind of fell off a little bit. Now with the corners, especially now, corner to more reports, they're now saying that it's basically a one team race. That really it's just the Pacers at this point. So it's looking like the Pacers have a super duper highway. Although it's funny because people said he was going to be traded. Weird. Yuki says, didn't James Harden have the same issue? People kept saying he doesn't care about basketball, or is that Kyrie? For James Harden, it wasn't that. It was Kyrie. It was more Kyrie that people had that thought and had that feeling for. Henceforth, why he ended up having to opt into his contract. That's why he had to opt in. So, bless his heart, though. Bless his heart. And to all the people that are saying, oh, yeah, Kevin Durant's on my team. Kevin Durant. No. he's more. It's more likely that he ends up staying where he is. And the only reason why is, if we're gonna be honest, man, with all these reasons, man, like with how everything is happening. Again, I just gave y'all 4 reasons. I'll name the 4 again, just in case. And Halliburton, bro, Sabonis is gone, bro. Sabonis is gone. They traded Sabonis. They traded Sabonis to get Tyrese Halliburton. It's crazy. I just said, if I'm KD making that type of money with the accomplishments, he already has I would be chilling too. I would. What's your thoughts about the play-in, staying in for good? Listen, I don't like the play-in. I think it's corny. I think it's dumb. I think it's, in my opinion, they're just trying to. I get it. It's a money thing, but in terms of the actual league, I think it's dumb. I don't think there should be a situation where a team, if I have a better record than you, I should be in the playoffs. Period. That's it. So, Yuki says, nah, I already got the 4 reasons. AP says, what's in this Brooklyn water? People question KD and Kyrie and Simmons that still got love for the game. They're just looking at based on their actions. I'll be honest, I think they all still care for the game of basketball. However, and this is mostly for Kyrie and KD, I think they also do have an eye open for their future. So I think when you first come in and you're like, 18, 19, 20-year-old, basketball. Yeah. But then as you start getting older, I think you start kind of looking ahead. Like, I'm focused on now, but I also kind of want to look at it. I think that's where KD and Kyrie are. I think just Ben Simmons hurt. That's just me, though. Yuki says, I do think 2 teams should get a bye week in the NFL playoffs in each division, just like the NFL. Nah, I would leave it how it is. I would leave it out because it's still a bye week because the number 1 seed's played a bum. So it's technically still, Damian says Kyrie lost the love for basketball a long time ago. You can make that argument. You can. Really is a shame, bro. Really is a flipping shame. What a time to be alive. What a time indeed. But I'm just gonna say it one time. These are the 4 reasons. Okay. Number 1, KD's under contract for 4 more years. Number 2, the Brooklyn Nets are asking way too much that it won't be beneficial to the team receiving KD. Number 3, you still got the designated rookie rule. And number 4, a lot of people are now questioning Kevin Durant. If those 4 reasons are not enough to at least make you consider and go, hold on, maybe him staying in Brooklyn is the thing, you're an idiot. Of course, with all due disrespect. This has been the Prideful Takes podcast. I appreciate y'all spending some time with me and chopping it up with your boy one time. Appreciate all the love for me returning. Follow us on Twitter at Prideful Takes. If there's any news you guys want us to talk about, please feel free to tag us in it. Catch us on Facebook at Prideful Takes and also on YouTube at Prideful Takes. Visit our website, www.pridefultakes.com. Not only is every episode of the podcast up there, but we also have original articles. Check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, Prideful Takes Podcast. If you have an iPhone, just say, hey, Siri, play the Prideful Takes Podcast, and she'll take care of the rest. As always, go to www.fatco.com. Use discount code Prideful Takes. Get 15% off. Check out your boys' TikTok at PR_Pride22. For all the sports stuff that doesn't make it on the podcast, I put it up there, so feel free to check it out. Facebook Gaming, Pride Gaming 22. Your boys sometimes be going live, so I can BS with y'all and some of my friends. So be there or be square. Appreciate y'all spending some time with me. I'll be back here on Wednesday to chat more things sports. Until then, y'all know what to do. Be safe.
Knew where that was going. That was a great read.
Lillard from the logo. That'll
quiet the
2 on the season. 2nd and 1 for the Bills. They handle the rush. Allen looking, end zone!
2-2, Shohei Ohtani, center field, let's watch it go!
Did several of those inside low kicks.